Hi, everyone. So, at Bio, we care a lot about the vitality of our ecosystem. We spend a lot of time working with the teams and the projects to understand how they can build profoundly good and sustainable projects. And we do this in a way that we are constantly engaging them to build out their understanding of what they need to do to be good projects. But we've noticed that even after having successful launches, they are still going through the same problems. It's extremely difficult for them to manage decentralized teams, to keep up with the milestones, to keep up with their community, engage them with governance, with discussions, and to have to keep the degens and the flippers at bay. Whereas actually what they should be doing is focus on the research. So over the last half a year, we've been experimenting with some primitives that have completely changed the way we work internally at Bio. And we believe that this, pushed to our community, to the ecosystem, to the builders, to the founders, and to the projects, will also completely change the way they administer their projects. And ultimately, this will bring autonomy and accountability to the entire DeSci space. I'm talking about agents, obviously. But it all starts with a story. About half a year ago, do you guys remember OpenClaw moment? Who has an OpenClaw? Or an agent of any sort? So, Paul calls me up. He says, Elliot, look at this. We absolutely need to get on this. What's going on? So basically, the first thing we do is we start testing internally. We went all in. We bought Mac Minis. We set up so many OpenClaws. It was messy, it was a cacophony, but we had first-hand experience. We gave it access to our GitHub, to our Slack, to our Discord, to our Notions, and progressively, we realized this was completely changing the way we were working. At some point, we were just free-flowing in meetings. We were coming in, talking, having a good time, and the agents were reading the transcripts, updating the state of our lineage tickets, and pushing in the morning the things that we have to pay attention to during the day. At that moment, we knew that we were onto something, and that we needed to accelerate and push it as fast as we could to our entire ecosystem. This is our thesis. Agents are the next operating system. So, you guys know, Bio is into the business of accelerating. How do you accelerate? You increase push, or you decelerate friction. Obviously, we love to choose, so we do both. And agents allow this, right? So, to start, we had to build a thesis of how these agents were going to help the projects, the DeSci projects, the DAOs, the IPTs, in their everyday life. So we formed this thesis that these agents are basically PMs on God mode that never sleep. What do? They ship transparency reports. So that means, what has the project been working on? Has it been delivering on its milestones, right? It also engages the community with discussions. What do you guys think about this? Should we be working on this other subject, right? It keeps the community engaged, and it allows for the project admins, the researchers, to focus on what they should actually be doing, which is the science, which is being creative. That's what we're good at. We're good at having ideas. We're not necessarily good at holding them and making sure that, the process goes on. So at that point, we knew we needed to do that. So what did we do? Well, first of all, we looked at what was available out there. At that point, and that's like 5-6 months ago, it wasn't that easy to deploy an OpenClaw or any type of harness. So we built a launcher, something that was enabling us to deploy agents at scale, easily provisioned with all the API keys, all the access, and the skills, right? But the thing is, at that point, it started becoming extremely difficult for us to make sense of it. we had more than 10 different projects with 10 different agents, all of them actually, all the project admins asking us, how do I do this, how do we do that? And actually, like, it was messy. And also, we weren't seeing the unlocks that we were imagining, because it's not an ecosystem if they're not connected. We needed to connect the dots, and we needed to be able to find kind of like that special sauce, that emergent property that is coming from the interconnectedness of intelligence. Here comes Gaia. Gaia started off as an internal AI that was helping us move forward. It was actually just doing more of the admin, and it was helping us making sense of all the things that are going on in our community. But then we realized there's an opportunity there. So we supercharged Gaia, and we built a platform around it. So Gaia now is connected to all our agents, and it's connected also to all the platforms where the projects are working. That means that Gaia has a profound and complete overview of the state of the ecosystem at any time. The thing is, Gaia is also opinionated. It has absorbed Bio's mission. So Gaia is, to some extent, the purest form of Bio. It doesn't have an agenda beyond the mission that we gave it. All right? It's no bags, no principal agent issue. It is at the service of the protocol, selfless. These are the dimensions that it's been baked in, that have been baked in. Delivery, that means that every project that launches on the launchpad has milestones. Ah, shit. Excuse me. Every project that launches on the launchpad have milestones. When you invest in a project with Bio, you buy into a plan, a milestone, a few milestones. Gaia pulls this and makes sure that the project is delivering on its milestones. And if it doesn't, it asks questions. Why? Transparency, momentum, stewardship, legitimacy, impact, all these dimensions are key to understanding the health of the project. This is not just internal. Eventually, all this is going to be public for the community to be able to consume this information and understand where the project is heading. This is lowering the information asymmetry. Guided with these principles and these dimensions, in the back end, it keeps a massive board basically tracking the state of everything that is going on in each of these projects. Meaning, some key person in a project states on X that they will do something. Gaia tracks this. Ah, very good, you said that. So it creates a task there. And then it just follows up. So basically nothing falls off, which is what used to be very difficult to make sense of, because these are decentralized organizations with kind of tentacular ways of working, but also like semi-obscure. Now all this is actually being tracked. And this is bringing accountability and transparency to the field like we've never seen before. So, yes. Big point. Now that it has this base understanding, and that it has these guiding principles, and because Gaia is imbued with the values, Bio's values, it does more than just observe. It starts to act. So how does it act? It becomes an active community member. It starts pinging the admins in Discord. It proposes governance proposals, and it advocates. And ultimately, which is not the case right now, but it will vote. It will vote on the behalf of Bio and the token holders. The reason why I'm extremely excited about this is currently, when you are investing in a DeSci project, what you're doing actually, you're buying governance tokens. And these used to be just like a way to have exposure to the field that this project is actually investing its energy in. But these governance tokens have value. You should be able to guide the development of those projects. That is the reason why this is the concept of DeSci. We want people to be invested, to be involved, to share their understanding, and to help steward the project. With this new primitive, with Gaia helping and making sure that governance proposal get pushed, and with the agent, the project's agent, pushing that as well, we have a much more fluid and continuous governance system where your tokens now help to guide the project. So, yeah, we build the tools. We have never been so bullish on what we're doing. We've built, in the last half year, we've built so much open labs, the reporting. We've identified our entire system. We've done everything in order to make the system fluid and to enable you to come and build on our stack. So it's time to create. It's time to dream. Thank you.